wind. The observatory.
Wow.
Yes, of course. When I don't, how do you say? Te comparto fotos del telescopio un día de estos. No, I don't know how do you say compartir.
Share.
Share. Of course, share the photographs about the one is observatory, National Observatory Astronomical. I hope
Wow.
so.
Hey, that's wonderful.
I have that one. Oh, yes, it's beautiful. It's incredible.
That's great.
My okay. Listen. I listen to you.
No, it's okay.
My,
Yeah,
my son, my,
yes.
okay. My son when to go the one he changed the form the thing the pensar
His
and
mind.
now
He changed his
his
mind.
mind is changing this mind. Now he tell me is the father I like the physical and engineering and I like the study some things ambas cosas
Both things.
both things okay. I have a question, Maggie.
Yes.
I have a confusion about the said and the tell.
Ajá.
Is it correct decir tell me o decir say me?
No, the correct.
O
Yes, the
the
correct
correct
one is tell me. Tell. You are going to
tell me.
use
Okay.
tell when you refer to anybody in special. For example, tell her. Don't tell me. Okay, we have an object, a person. But we use
Okay.
say when we don't
Okay.
refer to anybody special. For example, when you say, hey, don't say that, we are not referring to who you are going to tell this. Okay, so that's why you say, oh, don't
Uh-huh.
say that. Or people say that this is happening.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thanks,
but
Maggie.
my pleasure. Bernardo, welcome. Bernardo, can't you use your microphone? Try to speak. Let's try to listen to your voice, all right? No? Well, maybe you are having problems with your microphone. It doesn't have a microphone. Well, don't worry. Anyway, we are going to have communication by the chat. All right. So Bernardo said that he went to Chetumal. He went shopping with his family, and they were going to the border to Belize in the free zone. Wow. Hey, Bernardo, could you introduce yourself to us? Tell us who you are, what you do, where you live. Okay? That would be very, very nice to meet you and to know where you are and who you are, what you do. Um, well, what I say is that write about you, about yourself. What's your occupation? What is the place where you live? Okay. You are a nurse. Wow. Hey, that's so interesting. Aha, your passion is soccer. Great. And where do you live, Bernardo? Aha, you like to read. Wow, you live in Calakmul, Campeche. Beautiful place. Excellent. Welcome, Bernardo. We are very happy to have you here at class. Okay, you know what, Alfredo and Bernardo? Oh, yes, I think so. Somebody told me that Campeche is a so nice place. So beautiful. Alfredo, do you have any question for Bernardo?
Wow. Yeah, Bernardo is really about the the new institute astronomy in the Campeche, o no, you do you no sabes, do you know ay, ¿cómo se dice saber? Do you know
Uh-huh.
something like that?
Don't you know about it?
Do you know about okay. uh,
Ah,
okay. um yeah, sports. Wow.
or that's nice. All right. And what about that astronomical institute? Maybe is it in construction?
Yes, this is the question.
Uh-huh.
I know. I don't know. In the UNAM, Brower say, he got tell about the new construction in the laboratory in Campeche, and I don't know.
Mm, maybe it is very recent.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, Bernardo, do you have any question for Alfredo?
I am from Mexico. Yeah, I am live in the Mexico City, and I work in the Astronomy Institute in Universitari City. Oh, sí, yes. CU.
And see you.
See
Good.
you. I am the engineer and uh, technical academic technical and
Mm-hmm.
research about the education.
Wow, very good. Okay. All right. Any other question or something that you would like to comment each other?
I like it, the panuchos.
Oh, yes.
uh,
Yes, they are very good.
and I prefer the meat white.
Oh my, hey, that's so good. Campeche food is so delicious also.
Pancas, wow, it's delicious.
Wow. Yes, that's it. Excellent. Okay. So, you know what? Today's topic is, are you a risk taker? So, today we are going to talk about risks. Octopus in ink. Whoa, delicious. All right, Bernardo. Okay, you know what? Today's topic is about how difficult or how easy it could be for you to make any decision. Okay, so for you, Alfredo, what about you? Is it difficult for you to make any decision?
Yes, when my family is Bedouin, because I am afraid. I am very afraid to the anything. Uh, and it's nice take a risk, but the future is incierto,
uncertain.
uncertain. And I prefer the sure, the seguro, the safe
Uh-huh.
all the time.
You can feel more
Yes.
confident. Okay,
Uh-huh.
excellent. Thank you very much, Alfredo. Bernardo, what about you? Is it difficult for you to make any decision? Um, how difficult is for you to make a decision? Is it difficult for you? Yes, that's very hard. Why? Why, Bernardo? It's okay, Bernardo, don't worry. You know what? The very first part for understanding a language is to get used to it. So little by little, don't worry. Uh, you know what, Alfredo? This class is not something so difficult. It's just a talk. It's a conversation that we have. We are friends and we are talking about some topics. It's just to practice. So don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay. No problem. It's good. It's very good. I like like.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so you know what? As we said before, here we have a quote. I like this quote very much. And it says, be brave, take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. Alfredo, what's your
Yes.
opinion about this quote?
About the risk.
It's
Uh,
about the quote, the phrase that we have on the screen.
the phrase.
Um, this one.
Okay. Uh, yeah.
Uh, yes, the one that says be brave, take risks, nothing can substitute experience. What's your
Okay.
opinion?
For me, the take the risk as about the substitute experience is complex. Yeah, and very hard. How do you say, Bernardo? No, for me, do you remember my house in the 1984? In the aircraft, this is old. The last airport, my apartment
My
is
apartment.
my apartment is old. And my house in the Chalco, have the fractures, and the experience about this, the phenomenal phenomenon
Uh-huh. This
phenomenon
phenomena.
is terrible about the risk, over mine, sobre mí,
Over myself.
over myself. When I was young, in 20 years old, I put the how is my my card for to work in the Disney, or and send my card, and Disney says right to me, and one other, oh, welcome to the Disney California, your new puesto.
Position.
The new position is to the work in the animation in the computers. And this is moment I very very young and say, oh, it's a good work, but say goodbye to my family, and my, este, dreams. is difficult, and don't go. I prefer to the pH, el first pH, and me quedé aquí.
I stayed here.
And stay here. Okay. Take risk about the my family is now never handled never is
Uh-huh.
and take a risk about my work in when I am programming. This is the all the days. I like the programmer new things, new new adventures about the servers and workstation problems and computer computer managing, sí, yes, clustering and other things about the computing. No, all time is I take the risk, and this thanks, gracias, thanks for this. I have experience, very much experience. How do you say, friend?
Beg your pardon?
Beg your pardon?
No, how do you say what? I'm sorry.
Is the refrán. Is
Old saying.
all saying, if not the response your question in 5 minutes is not good as the engineer.
That's it. All right. Well,
Okay.
okay. I haven't heard it before, but it's a nice one.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard that before. No la había escuchado, but it's a
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Okay, thank you very much, Alfredo. Bernardo, could you write in the chat your opinion about the quote? Okay, so you know what? Meanwhile, that Bernardo, ok, ¿nos harías favor de escribir en el chat tu opinión acerca de esta frase? Be brave es sé valiente. Take risks, toma riesgos. Nothing can substitute experience. Nada puede sustituir a la experiencia. What's your opinion? Okay. All right. So, Alfredo, in the meantime, why don't you talk to us about any risky experience that you have faced?
Faced.
Yes, something that happened to you that was so risky.
This occasion, I don't understand you.
It's okay.
First
Yeah.
time.
So,
Okay. Yes, please slowly.
oh, yes, of course. So why don't you talk to us about any risky situation that
Okay.
happened to you?
Okay, risky situations in my life.
Yes.
I have one beautiful times. One a day when I go to the Cancun.
To Cancun?
Yes, of course. I go to this jungle,
The,
and wow, beautiful, good, and take the photograph. And this moment, I listen, noise de hojas, crujir de hojas, break
leaves.
the leaves,
The leaves?
and I turn my header and see one serpiente, víbora,
Snake.
snake, one snake, and she snake stand up stand up, the have the body. I open the eyes and see, wow, oh my God, it's a beautiful animal. The three greens and the big, very big eyes, and the boy, I don't know, look at me, and I am paralyzed,
Paralyzed.
paralyzed of the fear, and my guy tourist say me, tell, one, two, run! Oh God, yeah,
My goodness.
no, this experience very special. It's very special.
It
It's
was.
very
It
good disc.
it was a really an experience.
Oh
Jesus
yes.
Christ. And it
Oh
was so
yes.
risky.
I see. Yes, of course, it's very risk. And I like when I was young, I like the visit all the Mexican Republic. I hope so good. When I go to the en México México is la Huasteca. I was the Huasteca
Huasteca, yes.
and it's a similar. The boys say the boy the boy tell me hey Alfred down and walk in this path, and my guy is a boy the 11 years,
Oh
and
my.
yes, and this
11.
moment, no, it's special, it's different, it's similar and different, and in this moment is the horse is stopped, and is the relinchar.
Ha.
Cow, okay, cow,
Okay.
there is the relincha, cow, and they stop. Yeah, the boy say, stop, don't move it, don't say nothing. Y- the cascabel.
My goodness.
Yes, yes, in the corner orilla, the far
Uh-huh. In the
board, the
edge.
board, the ish, okay, is cascabel, very good, digo, very
Very
eh,
big.
big, very big, and is special. All the snakes, all the time see you, see the person or animal, y no, I don't know, it's the fear, y de yo me quedé, siempre te quedas parado, o sea, no puedes hacer nada. I
Uh-huh.
don't know,
You paralyzed.
I paralyzed, and my guy, the boy, and similar. He say, run when I say three. One, two, run. Yes,
Jesus.
this is snake. Follow us. I don't know why. Is the all the time. I have the very tengo muchas. I have many tales about the snakes. I don't know.
Wow. It is, yes, it is curious because maybe you have certain attraction for snakes.
Oh God, maybe.
Because yes, there has been many situations where you were face to face with a snake.
It's terrible, but the snake is pretty in some form. I don't know.
In some
The colors
ways.
is beautiful colors. The green is intense. very intense, and the ice is impressionant,
Impressive.
impressive. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let's read what Bernardo wrote in the chat. So he wrote, my opinion is be brave, take risk, is daily with patients very sick when your life is at risk, and say your life is a great experience. My work is very risky. Bernardo, hey, that's so interesting. Are you a doctor? Could you write to us if you are a doctor? Ah, you said that you are a nurse. Yes, I'm sorry. You mentioned it at the very first part. You know what? I think that nurses are not people. Nurses are angels because you dedicate your lives to save, to take care of people, of sick people. So you take care of people when we are in the most vulnerable situation, when we are in pain. So that's something that we should admire and we should thank you every day. You are the ones who make possible that we can continue alive and that we are confident that anybody is going to help us. Somebody is going to do something for saving our lives. Claps for you. Congratulations. That's a beautiful profession. Okay, so let's go to the next image. Here we have, when we make a decision, well, I am going to let myself to tell you into Spanish because I consider that it is important. Me voy a permitir decírtelo en español porque creo que es muy importante que lo sepas. Yo creo que los doctores y los enfermeros, las enfermeras también, obviamente, no son personas, son ángeles, porque dedican sus vidas a cuidar a los que están en situaciones vulnerables. Cuando una persona está en una situación de dolor físico, por supuesto que ni siquiera puede pensar en posibles soluciones, en qué hacer. Y los doctores, las enfermeras, los enfermeros hacen posible que nosotros nos sintamos protegidos, que sepamos que hay alguien que sabe qué hacer en un momento difícil. Y eso es muy grande. Muchas felicidades, Bernardo. Es una hermosa profesión. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. Okay, so whenever we are in the process of making any decision, we can go to the easy way, the place where everything is with non-effort, not too much work, or we can say we can opt also for the hard way, the place where everything is going to be more difficult, of course, but we can have some other results. So please, could you both, Bernardo and Alfredo, help me to write in the chat, what is your best option? Do you opt for the easy way, or is it the hard way, the one you take? Ok, vamos a escribir en el chat cuáles son nuestras posturas ante las decisiones, el camino fácil o el camino difícil. Of course I know that the one that you took is the hard way because your professions, both Alfredo and Bernardo, are not easy. They are so difficult professions. Okay, so Alfredo wrote, I prefer the hard way. You learn more, but always the easy way gives temptation. Oh, yes, of course. Okay, could you continue writing about it, please? Okay, Bernardo wrote, the hard way, many occasions, the easy way, when you go to the easy way, it can be problematic sometimes. Okay, let me suggest any correction, Bernardo. So you can say the easy way in many occasions can be problematic. Okay, I mean, in many occasions or in many times. Okay, in many times can be problematic. Okay, so let's go to any example. Okay, my pleasure. So, Bernardo and Alfredo, could you write about any example of some decision that you made in the easy way? Alfredo, in my profession, one enter can save a lot of work or ruin many people. Oh, yes, Alfredo, that's it. Ok, ¿podrían darme ejemplos de alguna experiencia que hayan tenido por irse por el camino fácil? Yes, could you please? Yes, Alfredo, of course. That's so absolute. An enter can save a lot of work or ruin many people. Yes. Okay, I am going to write an example about what I want you to do. My example is, I once took the easy way when I bought a dishwashing machine. It was very expensive and so difficult to use. It was not any good decision. Okay, Alfredo wrote, example, wants to quickly make a server, throw away OpenMix account. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, all right. Okay, so Bernardo, your example. Yes, Alfredo, cheap can be expensive sometimes. Okay, very good. Bernardo wrote, one occasion I think apply medicament for via intramuscular for effect very fast when your application is Oh my, soft skin way, it can provoke an anaphylactic shock for the absorption of the medicine. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Alfredo wrote, in another occasion, a bad decision about a server caused an argument with NASA. It was on the night of the stars, and it was driving a robot remote control. My goodness, those are very difficult decisions. Okay, so let's go to the next image. Okay, so you know what? When we make a decision, it can be risky because we can suffer from a consequence of our decision, or it can be rewarding. A reward is a good situation, a benefit that we can have from making a good decision. Let's write, please, in the chat, uh, any rewarding situation that we have because of the good decision. I am going to write my example, okay? So I made the decision of quitting my job as a coordinator, an English coordinator, as a language coordinator in a school for working in IRSE. At first, I was terrified because I was not familiar with online classes. But now I am very happy and I feel extremely rewarded. Okay, that's my experience, my example. Thank you very much, Alfredo. Okay, and Bernardo. Okay, I lovely when the patient is happy for information in medicine prevention on tuberculosis, VIH, diabetes. Oh, Bernardo, that's wonderful. That's really, really important, and that's so nice. Okay, thank you very much. Now, let's see. You know what? In life, we can have different risks, but of course, they have levels. We have the low risk situations. For example, when you decide to watch this movie picture and you say, I may like it or I may not like it. So the risk is not a problem. It's maybe just a question that agree to disagree. We can have also medium risk situations that are the ones that involve a problem that could happen, but it's a problem that has a solution. And we have also the high risk situation. What is it? It's the one that involves a big problem that we are going to have. So, could you give me examples of low, medium, or high risk situations? Alfredo wrote, the risk is going to the UN or Disney, but now I finished my PhD and I have a place in the Astronomy Institute. Wow, Alfredo, pretty good. Okay, my pleasure, pretty good. Okay, I'm going to write about a low risk situation. Last weekend, I asked my son to visit me. He always comes so late because of his job, and I had the risk to sleep very late at night because of his visit, but I wanted to see him. Okay, that was the risk. So it was a low risk because if I was as awake very late at night, of course I was going to be tired, but it is not a problem. I could take a cat nap and that's it. Oh yes, it is necessary to see your children sometime. That's why I asked him to visit me. I invited him to have dinner. Yes, I stayed up all time. We got asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning because we were watching movie pictures. We were talking, but I was very happy. That's it. Netflix helps. Yes, that's it. That's pretty good. Ok, vamos a escribir en el chat algunos ejemplos de riesgos bajos, medios o altos, como ustedes gusten. Un ejemplo, ¿ok? Ok, Alfredo wrote, high risk was the rocket accident that exploded in my van. My goodness. Yes, it was so high risk. Okay, wow. It was tremendous. All the people tell you are dead. Oh my. Yes. When did it happen, Alfredo? Was it time ago? 3 months. Jesus Christ. It is not too much. Okay, you know what? Here I have some corrections. It's 3 with H months. They are spelling corrections. Okay, now it's okay. All right. So, what about Bernardo? Do you have any example? Okay, risk low is when to size the blood pressure. Oh my. Yes, that's it. I agree with you. I totally agree. It's low risk because you just need information. You don't need an action. Hey, that's great. Okay, kids. Um, you know what? I think that this is a very nice topic, a very interesting one. Unfortunately, time is over. So I thank you so much for your participation. I want you so much for your attention, of course. And I don't know if you have any question, any commentary. Alfredo, Bernardo, any commentary, any question?
Oh, thanks to you, Maggie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your attention and your attendance. That's
Uh,
wonderful.
mm, you are very special for me.
Oh,
Thanks for all.
thank you very much.
Okay, that's all for me. Good night, Maggie. Good night, Bernardo. See you the next week.
Okay. Have a very good week and meet you next.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Bernardo. Thank you. Have a very good night.
Good night.